Have you ever wondered about the difference between Jews and Zionists? A seemingly simple question, yet it opens up a labyrinth of complexities and nuances, rich with history and shaping our world events. It's not just about religion or political ideology, but a delicate dance between the two, often misunderstood or oversimplified. You see, to fully appreciate the tapestry of our shared human history, it's crucial to understand these distinctions. To see the world through a more accurate lens, we need to delve into the intricate layers that define Jews and Zionists. From the ancient times to the modern world, these terms have evolved, carrying with them a weight of history, culture, and political implications. So buckle up as we embark on this intellectual journey. We'll unravel the threads of history, explore the core values and beliefs, and dissect the political movements that have shaped these identities. Today, we delve into the fascinating world of Jews and Zionists, and the distinctions that set them apart. First, let's start with understanding who Jews are. Judaism, one of the world's most ancient religions, is a tapestry woven from a rich array of beliefs, customs, and traditions. Its roots reach back over 3,000 years to the Bronze Age civilizations of the Middle East. In the heart of Judaism lies the Torah, a sacred text also known as the 5 Books of Moses. It is within these texts that Jews find the 613 commandments, or mitzvot, which guide their way of life. Jewish practices and rituals, such as observing the Sabbath, keeping kosher, and studying the Torah, are all part of living a life in accordance with these commandments. Judaism is not only a religion, it also encompasses an ethnic identity. Throughout history, the Jewish people have been scattered across the globe, forming diverse communities, each with their unique traditions and cultures. Despite this dispersion, a sense of shared history and common heritage has remained a central part of Jewish identity. One of the core tenets of Judaism is monotheism, the belief in a single, all-powerful God. This was a revolutionary concept in the polytheistic ancient world, setting Judaism apart from the religions of its time. Judaism also teaches the concept of tikkun olam, a Hebrew phrase that translates to repairing the world. This principle encourages Jews to strive for social justice and kindness to make the world a better place. Another key aspect of Judaism is the emphasis on community, or kehillah. This is seen in the tradition of communal prayer, which requires a minyan, a quorum of 10 adult Jews. In essence, being Jewish can mean different things to different people. For some, it's primarily a religious identity, deeply rooted in faith and ritual. For others, it's more about cultural heritage and a shared sense of history. Despite the many faces of Judaism, there's a common thread that binds all Jews together, a rich tapestry of history, tradition, and a complex yet unifying identity. Jews are a diverse group with a rich history and complex identity. Now, let's turn our attention to Zionism. Zionism, in essence, is an ideology, a political movement that began in the late 19th century. It was a time of great change and upheaval in Europe, where many of the world's Jews lived. Anti-Semitism was rife, and many Jewish communities were looking for solutions to the challenges they faced. In this context, a man named Theodor Herzl, an Austro-Hungarian journalist and playwright, proposed an idea. He suggested that Jews should establish their own state. Herzl believed that having their own homeland would provide Jews with safety and security, thus freeing them from the scourge of anti-Semitism. He saw this state as a sanctuary, a place where Jews could live freely and practice their religion without fear. Herzl's vision led to the birth of Zionism, a movement named after Mount Zion, a hill in Jerusalem, which in Jewish tradition represents the city itself. The goal of Zionism was straightforward: to establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine, the land traditionally associated with Jewish history and identity. This idea was seen as a practical solution to the Jewish question, a term used to refer to the societal issues and discrimination faced by Jews in Europe. Zionism, however, is not synonymous with Judaism. While Judaism is a religion spanning thousands of years and encompassing a broad spectrum of beliefs and practices, Zionism is a relatively modern political movement. Not all Jews are Zionists, and not all Zionists are Jews. Some Jews oppose Zionism, while some non-Jews support it. Zionism has been, and continues to be, a controversial movement. It has been criticized and opposed by various groups for a variety of reasons, including its impact on the Palestinian people. But it has also been praised for providing a refuge for Jews, particularly in the aftermath of the Holocaust. In summary, Zionism is a complex and multifaceted movement. It's about politics, identity, and a quest for a safe and secure homeland. It's about history and the future, hope and fear, dreams and realities. Zionism represents a political ideology, not a religious or ethnic identity. So, how do Jews and Zionists differ? Let's begin by understanding that the terms Jews and Zionists are not interchangeable, despite some common misconceptions. Jews, as we know, are followers of Judaism, a religion that has been around for over 3,000 years. It's a faith steeped in tradition, spirituality, and a rich cultural heritage. Jews are a diverse group spread across the globe, encompassing a wide range of ethnicities, traditions, and beliefs. Zionism, on the other hand, is a political ideology that emerged in the late 19th century. It was born out of the desire for a homeland for Jews, a place where they could live free from persecution and express their Jewish identity. This idea culminated in the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948. While it's true that all Zionists are Jews, not all Jews are Zionists. It's crucial to understand this distinction. Zionism is a specific political belief, and like any political belief, it is not universally held by all members of the associated community, in this case, Jews. There are Jews who are Zionists, supporting the notion of a Jewish state. But there are also Jews who are non-Zionists, indifferent to the political ideology, and others who are anti-Zionists, actively opposing it. Just as there is diversity within the Jewish community, there is also diversity within Zionism. There are secular Zionists, religious Zionists, and even ultra-Orthodox anti-Zionists. Each group has its unique perspectives on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Jewish identity, and the future of the State of Israel. It's also worth noting that views towards Zionism can vary among Jews. Some see it as a crucial part of their Jewish identity, while others see it as a political movement separate from their religious beliefs. For some, Zionism represents a safe haven, a necessary response to centuries of persecution. Yet for others, it represents a political agenda that they may not agree with or feel comfortable supporting. In essence, while Zionism and Judaism are deeply intertwined, they are not one and the same. Judaism is a religion. Zionism is a political ideology. One can be a Jew without being a Zionist and vice versa. That said, it's essential to remember that both Jews and Zionists are not monolithic groups. There is a vast range of thought, belief, and opinion within each, making it impossible to paint either with a broad brush. The relationship between Jewish identity and Zionism is complex and multifaceted, shaped by personal experiences, historical contexts, and individual perspectives. Both Jews and Zionists carry distinct identities, each with its unique complexities. Let's summarize the key differences between Jews and Zionists. Firstly, it's essential to remember that Judaism is a religion and an ethnic identity. It has existed for several millennia, deeply rooted in sacred texts, rituals, and traditions. Jews, as adherents of Judaism, can be found globally with diverse cultural backgrounds and practices. Their beliefs and observances range from Orthodox to Reform and many points in between. Judaism is not monolithic. It is a rich tapestry of individual and communal experiences. On the other hand, Zionism is a political ideology born in the late 19th century. It was a response to centuries of persecution and discrimination against Jews in Europe. Zionism advocates for the establishment and support of a Jewish state in the region known as Palestine. Not all Jews are Zionists, and not all Zionists are Jews. There are Jewish individuals and groups who oppose Zionism for religious, political, or ethical reasons, and there are non-Jewish Zionists who support the ideology due to political alliances or religious beliefs. The distinction between Jews and Zionists is not a mere splitting of hairs. It's a critical nuance that affects our understanding of complex historical and contemporary realities. When we speak of Jews, we're referring to a diverse group of people united by a shared religion and often a sense of ethnic identity. When we speak of Zionists, we're discussing individuals and groups who subscribe to a specific political ideology. In conclusion, it's crucial to remember that no single label can fully encapsulate an individual's identity. People are complex, with multifaceted identities that encompass religion, ethnicity, political beliefs, and much more. Understanding the difference between Jews and Zionists is crucial for a nuanced perspective on history and contemporary world events. Remember, diversity exists within every group, and no single label can fully encapsulate an individual's identity.